Subscribe. MTL World at Middle World 1 YouTube channel. Swallowed Star 2 Origin Continent. Chapter 243 The Gathering of the Emperors. 22nd of Volume 6. After Luo Feng discovered that Yuan was behind the most sinful, Tigi demon lord, in the Origin Continent, he immediately sent himself and another clone of Morosa to go straight to the location of the Black Vulture Ancestor, who was the second most sinful person. Bulk Vulture Ancestor, Heiju Ancestor. Taking action against Yuan this time will definitely make the emperors and monarchs of the Origin Continent wary and on guard, and they will not give me a second chance. And to prevent the Black Vulture Ancestor from reincarnating, we must destroy him first. The other clones of Luo Feng and Morosa has already crossed the vast distance and arrived at the Black Vulture Palace with just one thought. Inside the Heiju Black Vulture Palace. HMPH. The endless thick black mist entrenched itself deep in the palace. This was the body of the Black Vulture Ancestor. The top four sinners in the Origin Continent, the Chui God King and the Guiying God King, have disappeared. Are they dead or they reincarnated? The rich black mist was still very leisurely. I am looking forward to the mysterious and powerful one. Come, I want to see what he can do to me. The ancestor of the Heiju was very confident, because behind him stood three monarchs of the Thunder Ancient Kingdom. Of course, the three monarchs were not here at the moment. Suddenly, the Black Vulture Ancestor saw a huge star rolling towards him. He looked at this scene in amazement. What a powerful spiritual and will attack. In front of the rolling stars, his spiritual will could not resist and was crushed. It shattered and turned the black mist into a corpse. At this moment, the clones of the Black Vulture Ancestor in many places across the Origin Continent were all turned into corpses. Luo Feng frowned slightly. He could feel that the Black Vulture Ancestor had a body in the distant Thunder Mountain. It was protected by Thunder Mountain. His spiritual and will attacks were also greatly weakened, and he could only severely injure that clone of the Black Eagle Ancestor. Thunder Mountain is indeed the most heavily defended place in the entire Origin Continent. My spiritual and will attacks have been weakened by 70% to 80%. Luo Feng was shocked. Every emperor of the Yangfeng ancient country has a capital city. For example, the Chui God King has a clone hiding in the emperor's palace. The emperor's palace weakened Luo Feng's spiritual will by 20% to 30%, but Luo Feng was still able to kill the fox-eating, or Chui God King. There is only one holy place in the entire Thunder Ancient country, which is Thunder Mountain. Many monarchs live here, and even the Thunder Ancestor is said to have a clone here. Luo Feng sighed. Whether it is a spiritual attack or a causal attack, it is still too difficult to hurt the strong in Thunder Mountain. Inside the holy land of Thunder Mountain. Boom. Living in a cave of the heart of Thunder Mountain, the Heiju Patriarch could only feel that his spiritual and will are being crushed, and he is severely injured in an instant. The wills of all clones and resurrection carriers outside Thunder Mountain were annihilated, and no trace of them remained. I hid in Thunder Mountain, still my spiritual and will are severely damaged. The Heiju Patriarch was a little terrified at this moment. I have no power to resist in the outside world. Three monarchs. The Heiju Patriarch immediately sent messages to contact the three monarchs with whom he has a close relationship. He was really scared. There is such a terrifying presence that he doesn't even dare to leave Thunder Mountain. The top four sinners on the continent, the Chui God King is dead, and the Guiying God King voluntarily reincarnated. The Heiju Ancestor has a clone hiding in the Holy Land, Thunder Mountain of the Thunder Ancient Country, and the Tigi Demon Lord is a special puppet life form. Luo Feng felt that his plan was quite wise at this moment. My plan has finally succeeded in catching the big fish, Emperor Yuan. Under the operation of the supreme rules of the Origin Continent, the upper limit of power is determined. This is a good thing that gives me the confidence to face the ancestors of the two ancient nations and the ancestor of the East Ji region. But on the other hand, this also limits the power of the Star Tower. Once the emperor and the monarchs hide in their lairs, it becomes very difficult to threaten them. This time, I took action against the Yuan. In the future, other emperors and monarchs will probably be more cautious. In fact, I have no ill will towards the most emperors and monarchs. But they might not believe that. Luo Feng's inner thoughts. Like Master Emperor Chu, Emperor Ming, Emperor Fu, and Emperor Zan, Luo Feng either admired them or has a good impression of them. There are very few who can truly make Luo Feng feel hostile. This Emperor Yuan doesn't cultivate the Xuanhuan bloodline. He merely used some Xuanhuan materials to create an ultimate realm life form. He is absolutely sober. However, he practiced a legacy that could transform into an endless abyss, thus he is most fond of devouring countless living beings. Luo Feng had long heard of Yuan's infamous reputation. Yuan, transformed into an endless abyss, devoured billions of lives. Many of the God Kings were aware of his several grand moves. Looking at it now, Di Yuan's appetite is too big, and he is secretly using the Tigi demon lord to capture countless beings. The actual number of beings he has devoured is simply unbelievable. Note these above paragraphs or inner thoughts of Luo Feng. Black robe. Di Yuan's has aged face, and his cloak is fluttering. He looked at the endless flow of blood around him, then laughed heartily. The armor on his body glowed dimly, and the surroundings began to twist, as a vague dark abyss started to descend. At the same time, he extended his hands, both of which are gloved. A pair of enormous palms appeared in the heaven and earth, with countless secret patterns swirling in each palms. The palms began to close, and the area where they met started to crush and annihilate everything, also aiming to crush the blood-colored river. This Emperor Yuan probably have only comprehended 2 or 3 ultimate level moves, Luo Feng thought. But with the help of the Transcendent God King level secret treasure, the power of each of his moves has greatly increased. It feels like they can rival my 7-branch fusion moves. This is the advantage of the secret treasures, greatly enhancing the profundity of one's realm. With just a few powerful secret treasures, an emperor can match the Tianmu Kingdom's realm beast and the sovereign of 10,000 realms. For the Tianmu Kingdom's realm beast and the lord of 10,000 realms, obtaining a treasure beyond the God King level is very difficult. Even if they occasionally get one, it might not be suitable for them. Hurry over here and join forces with me to capture that black-robed figure. If we miss this opportunity and let the black robe slip away, he will definitely be much more cautious in the future. It will be very difficult to have another chance like this. As Emperor Yuan activated the numerous powerful secret treasures on his body, he also sent out a telepathic message to summon the other emperors. Hurry, 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 come quickly, Di Yuan urged anxiously. He was afraid this big fish would slip away. Extinguish. In the endless blood river. Luo Feng watched as Di Yuan's numerous techniques erupted, and with a thought, the star tower within him was already activated. Luo Feng has no intention of taking Di Yuan into the star tower, because once he is taken in, he would be suppressed, imprisoned, and strangled. It would probably be unbearable for Emperor Yuan even for a moment. However, as long as Emperor Yuan reincarnated, it would easily expose many secrets of the star tower. Without admitting the enemy, the star tower can merely stimulate and control the entire river of life. Its power will soar to an unimaginable level. Huh. Di Yuan was going all out with full of confidence until when he suddenly noticed that the endless river of blood had changed. Each river seemed to be a world, extremely heavy. Each river was suppressing and imprisoning him. Moreover, these strange rivers even penetrated through his armor, forcibly seeping into his body, strangling him from within, shattering the most minute components of his body. Inside his body, there is a black bead, which naturally evolves into an abyss. This abyss also affects the entire body, helping the Emperor Yuan to resist the erosion of the blood-colored river. The bloody river driven by the star tower is even more powerful, causing overwhelming erosion and destruction. How is that possible? Di Yuan was stunned. I have 5 super powerful treasures on me, 3 of which are for protection. I'm even an ultimate realm life form. How is that possible? The power of the endless blood river has long been reached the power limit of the origin continent. Driven by the secret patterns of the star tower, the realm is far beyond the 8-branched moves. Di Yuan's 3 pieces of secret treasure body protection are like sieves, constantly being penetrated. His ultimate life form is also constantly being eroded and destroyed. 3 breaths of time, I'm going to die. Di Yuan instantly determined the erosion speed. Under the protection of 3 sacred treasures, the protective cloak, the armor, and the abyss pearl, the ultimate life form could only withstand for 3 breaths. This is something Di Yuan could never have imagined beforehand. But that's the way it is. Come save me quickly, I can only hold on for 2 breaths of time. Di Yuan immediately transmitted his thoughts to the other emperors. His thoughts were extremely fast, and he began to frantically call for help, seeking assistance from all the emperors, including Di Qing. The matter of Emperor Yuan and the Tigi Demon Lord is a secret. Although some emperors have guessed it, they haven't torn down this veil of secrecy. At this moment, the emperors of the Yanfeng ancient kingdom are all busy with their own matters. The one who killed the great sinners is the Black Robe. I've already found him. He still dares to make a move against me. Hurry up, come and help me to catch him. When Emperor Yuan first transmitted the message, the other emperors were somewhat astonished. These emperors, after all, some are in secluded cultivation, some are responsible for guarding important locations, and some are undertaking clan tasks. When they suddenly received a message from Emperor Yuan, some of them, burdened by their duties, couldn't be bothered to pay attention. Go catch the Black Robe. Is the Black Robe that easy to catch? Di Zhufeng scoffed. I can't be bothered to get involved. Di Chu couldn't be bothered to respond at all. What an idiot. Di Ming also couldn't be bothered to care. The relationships between the emperors are already quite bad. Di Yuan called out, and the few willing to help were rare. The Chihu God King under my command was killed by the man in the black robe. I should team up with Di Yuan this time. Di Kong thought. But we can wait a bit longer. If more emperors join in, our chances of success will be even greater. Di Kong planned to wait for about 10 breaths of time. The battle was becoming increasingly intense, with more emperors joining in. Only then he would make his move. What happened? Did Di Yuan went to catch the black robe? Di Fu was startled. With his abilities, he naturally guessed the truth in an instant. This Emperor Yuan has been causing trouble all along. Emperor Fu is also quite troubled. He can't deal with Emperor Yuan and can only try to suppress him as much as possible. In recent years, the Tigi Demon Lord has been much more low-key. But the sins of the past ultimately have far-reaching consequences. Just as the emperors each had their own thoughts. Come save me quickly, come save me quickly, I can only hold on for 2 breaths. Di Yuan's urgent distress signal left all the emperors of the Yanwind ancient kingdom stunned. Why did you ask for help? Even Di Zhufeng, Di Chu, and Di Ming were all shocked. Everyone knows how powerful Emperor Yuan is with a complete set of super strong treasures. Come quickly, I'm dying. This black robe is too terrifying. If you don't come soon, I will be reincarnated. Di Yuan transmitted his voice, extremely anxious. Once he reincarnated, all his powerful secret treasures would be gone. He also didn't have enough debt quota to cultivate another ultimate realm life form. So until the very last moment, Emperor Yuan is unwilling to reincarnate. Do not go alone. At this moment, Emperor Fu immediately transmitted a message. Come to my location and gather. I will use the formation, and we will go together to rescue Emperor Yuan. The Emperor Fu has a feeling that if they let the Emperor go alone, they would probably die. Okay. I'm here. Coming. At this urgent moment, the emperors of the Yanwind ancient kingdom knew that the situation was more severe than ever before, and even Emperor Ming and Emperor Chu went without hesitation. Aside from the emperor who was unable to split himself due to important tasks, at this moment, a full 8 emperors instantly gathered. Under the leadership of the current emperor, Emperor Fu, they used formations to cross distant lands and headed for the vast battlefield shrouded in endless rivers of blood. Blank. End of chapter. Subscribe. MTL World at Mittel World 1 YouTube channel.